Hey, I'm back. Been a while. It's been a minute. But here we are. Cheers to you. Hope you're having a beautiful now. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Back with the cacao. Yes, indeed. And I want to get straight into a realization, a deep moment of reflection and transformation, a breakthrough that was on the back of a breakdown, which it so often always is. It's the way it goes. And yeah, really coming back into the purpose for me, the purpose, the priority, what's happening now, and really focusing on that. On the back of a breakdown, but let's roll straight into that. So I believe it was 2 weeks ago now, it was on a Tuesday, I woke up and I was feeling really overwhelmed or just feeling anxious, some sort of emotion going on there that wasn't really enjoyable. And the Tuesday went like every other Tuesday. We drop off Marley to school and drop off Ella to school as well. And then Janina and I go with Maya to the beach and have a little date on Tuesday, which is really beautiful. We have a check-in, always deep conversations, always nice to schedule it in and allow yourself to have that connection, a chance to connect and check in with yourself, with your partner. However, this Tuesday in particular, I found myself committing to another thing at the same time, which was our business coach's 4-week marketing mastery. So Janina and I both have the same business coach, Sarah, beautiful soul. And we found ourselves on our date at Trig Beach, 9:30 in the morning, logging into a business call with Maya on the beach. So for me, when I'm on a coaching call, I like to have a beautiful, quiet environment, generally in this space here that I'm in now, in the office, in the meditation room. And I don't really enjoy being out in the open, just people walking past, walking their dogs, because I feel like I can't really be here and there. I feel like I'm in two places, so I'm not in any place. And that was a part of the resistance going on inside of me as well. And I knew something was happening, but also I didn't know why I was feeling it, which is okay too, because a lot of the times we want to know why we're in certain experiences and why is this happening? Why does this always happen? But a lot of the times for me, I find out why later on, later on it comes to me, so I don't really need to know why in the moment. And that's nice. So anyways, sitting down just on like this little sandy little beach area, just like overlooking the beach. So it wasn't actually on the beach sand itself, just like this little hill, and connecting in with the business call with Sarah, and she's flowing and she's asking us what our offer is to write that out. So I did that, I wrote it out, typed it in there, and then the next thing is Sarah's asking, can you be more specific? And I just remember having this experience, like this out-of-body experience, just watching myself, feeling all of this resistance, not being able to type, feeling thoughts about, I can't really be doing this right next to Janina while she's doing her business stuff. I like to do this by myself, but also like having thoughts of like, come on, bro, this should really flow easy for you. You should really know your ideal client by now. All these judgment thoughts, like you should really be able to smash out a sentence really fast. And it was it felt like it was hard work. And then when I got it done, and then Sarah was saying, be more specific, and she kept talking about, okay, like this should be really easy. And she just kept talking and flowing, as a good business coach does. And in that moment, I was just like, no, I'm out, bro. I was just watching myself like, bro, what are you doing here, man? And I just took my little Bluetooth headphone out, threw it on the ground. And I said, Janine, I just need to go to the toilet. And I just walked off, went for a walk, and just like, bro, that's enough. Enough is enough. And I came back, and I was in this feeling of agitation. And then our 18-month-old was picking up on that energy, and she started wanting to move. She wanted to play. She wanted to get out of there, which was beautiful because I was the same. And so I picked her up and went for a walk and took her just around Trig Beach there, right near the surf club, and just looking at all the doggies, walking past all the beautiful people, and just feeling this overwhelming sense of, I guess, frustration, anxiousness. When you're in such a peaceful environment, but you feel like your internal environment is this chaos. So it doesn't really matter where you are outside, because if your inside is not quite centered, that's what you're really going to feel. So I was in that sort of chaos, a breakdown experience, and just didn't want to be there. Eventually I came back to the picnic blanket where Janina was, and she started packing up, and she's like, yeah, we just got to go. Like, she could obviously feel how I was feeling. And then in the car ride home, back to home, we're listening to the call as well in the car. And, I got towards the end where I got into the garage, pulled in, and I was answering a few more questions, so like, what is my program? What's it about? What's the message? And I was just saying, I want to make people happy. I want people to discover happiness, to be happy, to be free, to find peace. And still I wasn't really hitting the mark for my my marketing message. And I just said, you know what? That's okay. I'm just going to let this one go for now. And yeah, the next day there was a little bit of resistance still. But it led to a beautiful breakthrough of realizing what is important for me right now. And starting to understand that I've been putting a lot of pressure on trying to create the perfect program for people to find peace, trying to market the perfect message, to find my ideal client, to attract the ones that will resonate. However, in the back of this experience, there was an energy of neediness, of grabbiness, of wanting this all to work out. Because, there's bills to pay, right? And so this is playing out behind the scenes until I had this full-on breakdown that led to the breakthrough of realizing, like, where I am right now, I want to be here. I'm a young dad, husband, and I want to be stepping into my masculine. I want to be providing and protecting for my girls, and providing that safety and security through a financial income, through making the money to pay the bills, so we're not stressing about the bills. So it's a lot to take on. The relationship, being married, having 3 young kids, building a business while your wife is building a business at the same time. And there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of glass balls that you're juggling, and it's coming back to what's important now and realizing that there is a season for everything, and embracing the season that you're in. Not trying to run away and try to find the perfect thing outside of what's happening. Because what's happening now is I'm a young dad. These beautiful girls are growing up and I'm with them, and I have the privilege to be with them. And, they're teaching me so much about myself. And I get to be the one that steps into the masculine, that steps into it, that embraces that, embodies that, and provides and protects for my family. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think it's something that has been a little lacking throughout the last couple of years, through going through my awakening of not being able to work full time, because of the mandates, and then stepping into coaching, which has been beautiful. And then coming back to working electrical 3 times a week has been incredible too, because I get to spend so much time with the girls. However, all of that resistance that was playing out is coming back to the truth of, I want to step into my masculine, bro. I want to be the dad, be the husband, the provider, and the protector. And it's a beautiful thing to embody. It's a beautiful role to play in this physical human experience. And it's important to embody that, and to accept that it's actually how our minds operate as men as well. It's in our DNA. And I feel like that's the season that I'm in right now. And that's freeing to embrace that this is the season for that. And the coaching staff, I love it so much. However, there will be a season where that will take place, The seeds are being planted, and there'll be a season for sowing, a season for reaping, and the flowers will bloom. So I love coming back to the seasons of nature and just witnessing yourself in what season that you're in. Yeah, so that was my breakdown to breakthrough. Which is quite freeing, actually. Because sometimes in life we can put so much pressure on ourselves that we have to do these certain things, that this thing that we're doing has to have a certain result. And a lot of it can be ego too. Oh, no, it's got to work out this way. I know the way. But who knows really? So yeah, man, embracing the human side of right now, this is where I'm at. And I love that. Yeah. Also, throughout this whole dance, there's been a lot of support, a lot of beautiful people in my life, my environment, that support me throughout this process. One that comes to mind first is the Big Eagle, my best mate. He's been an incredible support, facilitating the growth in me physically. So being my personal trainer, he works away 8 days on, 6 days off. So on his 6 days off, he actually comes and trains me at like 5 o'clock in the morning in the gym, before I start work at 6:30. He's in there training me, and he's got like 20 years worth of experience of building, the muscle. And just that level of expertise makes such a difference when you're working out. You can work out by yourself, but having that accountability, having that person who is extremely experienced and just knows the exact angles that can facilitate growth in certain muscle parts, it's incredible to have that. And just pushes you to do more and more reps. You can go by yourself, but when you have that trainer, like that professional, it makes such a big difference. You can go further and further. And so I've noticed just working out 3 days a week, I get in like an hour session, 3 days a week, and noticing that, and just eating more of the foods that nourish my body, that allow for growth, which is vertical diets, which is, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, bit of bacon, capsicum, spinach, carrot, white rice, bone broth, oranges, and I fucking love that. So eating more, working out 3 times a week, I've just noticed this coming back to my strength, coming back to my masculine, and just it gives me that level of confidence too. And it's something that I definitely haven't been prioritizing the last few years through flowing into coaching. We haven't been playing live in our band, but this has been like a contributing shift in my energy and my way of being the last few months. It's been a pivotal, positive experience in my life. So definitely environment, friends are so important. They play such an important role in your growth, in your life. So big shout out to the big Eags. Also, there's some friends that are really close to me that are soul brothers, soulmates, soul sisters that I feel like I can just share my truth, which is whatever I'm feeling in this moment. And there's zero judgment. And I have the privilege, of calling them friends. One definitely comes to mind is Maddie Gamble over in Sydney. Just someone that I can call up with whatever I'm going through and just will be present with me and hold space. And that's a beautiful thing to have those people in your life, and they're very important. So big shout out to Maddie. Also Cam Rosen and his community. Young Cam, incredible soul, and he's just a pillar of presence too. I hold some beautiful space. So every Wednesday I'm connecting with the community at 5 o'clock in the morning, and just having that energetic exchange, that experience of like-minded individuals coming together for the purpose of bettering each other, from sharing our truths, allowing us to see what is happening inside of ourselves and just growing through that and finding different ways through meditation, through breath work, through an open expression of our experience. It just delivers so much love and truth. So eternally grateful for you, Cam. And I will get over to the far north Queensland very soon. I reckon next year. I'm coming, bro. Just can't do it right now because bills need to be paid, bro. And they are getting paid. Also recently joined Eben Britton's community over in school. So guys like Cameron Rosen and Eben Britton are the ones that truly resonate with me. Like I can feel myself within their own experience, and also just finding them through social media. What a blessing that is. Even though right now I'm having a month off Instagram, what a blessing it is to have the ability to connect with ones that resonate with you, the real ones, the ones that continually show up and share their truth and provide you with that insight of knowing that you're not alone, and knowing that there are ones that are exactly like you going through the same stuff. Always the ones that share their human stuff I really resonate with the most. And Eben Britton, jumped on a call with him on Wednesday, and Maddie Gamble's on the call as well, and it just felt like I'm just talking to my best friend. The way that Eben just holds space, it just felt so natural, man. And what a gift that is, being able to be in that presence. And that's the gift that I always purposely, have a direction to give as well. Like I feel like I want to be my heroes' best friends. That's what I feel like. These are my heroes, and not as if like these heroes are on a pedestal, as if they're like on a different level, because that was something that I moved through, identifying as people-pleasing tendencies and easily putting people on spiritual hierarchies or levels that are higher than myself. Just witnessing a lot of that throughout my journey of self-discovery, And it happened when I first joined Cam's community. Like, I definitely felt this anxiousness of coming on a call. Oh, there he is. There's a little guy over there. Here he is. He's real. Little Cammy boy. But it's beautiful because the more you put yourself in those situations of exposing yourself and really just more, not concerned, but more interested, compassionate self-inquiry about what is happening inside of me in each and every moment. And the more you get to see that, you get to free yourself from that. So I love it because I'm constantly exposing myself to these moments. And through that, I get to witness all that I am not and free myself and remind myself of all that I am. So community is a great way to do that. And I feel there will be a time, the season, where I'll be cranking that up for myself and creating my own community, getting back into the community that I already have. But right now I'm enjoying life, I'm really loving it. I'm really grateful for the opportunities I have and the people that are in my life. Of course, my beautiful wife as well, Janina. We're going through this together. A relationship is a spiritual path. If you choose it to be, it can really be a spiritual path, and it allows you the opportunity to witness all of the stuff inside of you, all of the shit. It can just come out when you fully embody and embrace the relationship for what it is, which is we are here together. We come together in union in search of our own truth, and we do that as a team. We prioritize our own truth, come together, and we get to share and embody this opportunity of being in relationship. What a special thing. It's such a spiritual path. And so, Janina's constantly teaching me more and more about myself as she awakens to herself and, gets to see all of her stuff. What a dance this life is. And another beautiful soul I had the privilege of seeing for the first time in the physical experience was Jaden Sparrow. And that is an incredible soul who I've had on my podcast before. She's got her own program, Find Your Flow, all about the menstrual cycle. So definitely check her out. She's just an incredible soul. I got to see her in person last night in Fremantle because she's in Australia at the moment. She's in Perth for however long. And just having a conversation with her, like, oh my goodness, it felt like a full-on 3 or 4 hour podcast where you just fully present in the moment and just a continual flow of back and forth, and just a beautiful energy she is. I'm very grateful to have these people in my life. And I'm also very, very aware that I deserve to have these people in my life because I choose to be me. And the more that you step into being you, your true self, the more you express your true self, however that may come out, whether it is in a podcast, in a reel, in a video, or just in a conversation, the more and more you find the ones that resonate with you. They find you. Because you're freeing yourself. And in that, you free the world. Because you give the world permission for them to be them. Hey, I love you. I'm so happy to be back. And have a beautiful, beautiful day. Remember to have fun because this is a dance. So let's get dancing. Get on your dancing shoes. Woo! Filthy little swine.